Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
and Kelly. No, you're fine. Okay. Hey, Sydney.
Mom.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm wearing red and white in honor of February, Valentine's Day coming up,
Oh, you're
all
so
that good
good.
stuff.
I'm usually the themed one.
I know, but I'm like, woo.
You are the themed. Gosh, that's good.
I am.
That's good.
Look
Proud
at
of you.
me.
So
Yeah.
our little
tidbit this week is we had Chinese food.
Yes.
And Sydney,
I always get the crappiest.
just lame,
fortunes.
your
They're
happy
lame.
day
They're
or
stupid. They don't. I always get the stupid ones
that mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time, no fail.
And I get good
and
ones.
you get the freaking good ones.
I do.
Every time.
And appropriate, I should say.
Yeah.
Your hobby will bring balance and perspective to your life. Oh, my
and you
new
know what it
hobby
really
of pickleball.
Say? Pickleball will bring balance. Like, that's what it should actually be, not your hobby.
My hobby,
pickleball.
pickleball. And it does because the movement. I'm meeting new people.
As soon as she read that, she started giggling. I'm like, what is it?
I know.
What is your fortune?
That is,
and I read it
I
out
just
loud.
laughed and handed it to you. That was
Ridiculous.
so funny.
Ridiculous.
But you know
you
what?
are the one that always gets that type of stuff. What was another one? Oh, it was one you had like just
The
had
advice.
an argument with Dad.
I had just had an argument. I had just been telling him where to park in the parking lot.
And he got a little piffy about it, which is fine.
He did. And he walked in, as we walked in the restaurant, he said, "And so where should we sit?"
Yes,
and I'll
like
never forget it. I just
Patty.
started laughing. I thought, okay, I just overstepped it.
Yeah.
And my fortune cookie at the end of the meal said, "You are generous with
with
your
your
advice."
yes.
Of course I am. Of course that's what it was, Paul.
That was so fun. So you just always get those like good, nice,
timely ones, right? I think that's
and I always
funny.
get like mine was patience is a
Cliche.
virtue.
Yeah,
I'm like,
your
okay,
patience
fine.
will make you happier.
It
I'm
was
like,
something
yeah,
stupid.
right.
I'm like, come on, that's just whatever.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Thought that was funny. I loved it. So
yes. So this week we're talking about attention spans.
what?
Exactly. I knew you were going to do that.
You knew it too, didn't you?
Knew it.
Yeah, that's just a setup.
But so attention span.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like this. I came across one of the articles he sent me, like phrased it this way. An attention span, it's focusing our limited cognitive resources on a specific stimulus or stimuli while tuning out others.
Yeah.
And I like our cognitive resources. It is limited.
It is.
You know, our brains can only work so hard for so long.
Right.
So it's like focusing your limited resource on something specific and then tuning out the rest.
The rest.
Yeah, and focusing your attention on something.
Yeah.
And this is a very hot topic, I feel like, especially for Gen Z to talk about their attention spans and how screens and all that stuff are ruining it, which is true. Social media, all this stuff ruining it. And then it's a hot topic too for parents and being like, how are screens affecting your child's attention span and their ability to even have one?
Yeah.
You know, so it's very
it is. I mean, and I'm thinking of every age group.
Yeah.
Because you can go somewhere and you'll see older adults, just sitting on their phones too.
It can be just as bad.
Yeah. and so it is. This just hits on every level of people, on every age group.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are some studies, some of the articles you sent were good.
Yes.
Had like some studies done, and studies have shown the average attention span is currently at 47 seconds. Yeah. And I forget how they said they measured it, but it like, they had measured it like a decade before and it was a little longer, like at least a minute.
Yeah.
And then it's like been shaved off and stuff. I think I know. It was people had their computer screens up and they, have technology, whatever, that can track how often they're switching windows or switching tabs or whatever. And like average is 47 seconds. That's how long we can stay on one screen.
That is
without
that is, well, it's interesting. And along those lines of that attention span with the screens I know in our school district here, they have banned phones.
Thank goodness.
During school hours.
Yeah.
I mean, from the time you're on campus, not even during lunch.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
And so, and studies have shown that when, it's too soon for this district, but schools without phones, they do better. And it is because, and they go back to being more kids and more
social interaction,
all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was interesting.
And the other thing with attention spans I think people talk about a lot is like, oh, I'm multitasking or I'm doing. It doesn't exist. Multitasking is not a thing our brain does. People trick themselves thinking that they're doing it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm keeping my attention. But no, you are not. What's happening is you are task switching. And it takes a lot of cognitive power to switch back and forth. Yeah. And man, we've got to link these, and I can't remember her name, but it was one of the scientists who was saying, the way that it works is you start writing on a whiteboard, or let's say you're whatever you do, right in your brain, you're writing on a whiteboard. You switch to something else. That whiteboard is erased. You start writing something else now. You switch back, that whiteboard is erased. It is like it. And it takes so much power to do that versus truly focusing on one thing. Multitasking, and I've always believed, I think it is a lie. I think about myself. Can I really listen to somebody and read this and do this? No.
And get it complete. I'll grab a word here or this here. Yes. And
then you'll think that you're putting the pieces together. Yeah. But it's not the full picture.
But it's not. It's Gloria Marx, I think, is her name. I'll look at And and that switching.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
Because you got to be like, okay, well, where was I? Okay, do I remember this past information so I can move forward with learning the new information? I don't think there's such a thing. But no. And I think
it's just why I have a hard time cooking when Charles is in the kitchen.
You know it.
Because that's multitasking right away.
You know it. And I think, and this other thing, social media gets in the way of our attention span. Stimulate short form entertainment. So these short videos we watch, all that gets in the way. Wanting to be stimulated all the time gets in the way of attention span. And I think the other thing that can get in the way is that we almost have too much information to gather now, or there's too many possibilities of where to get the information to gather. Because I know if I'm looking at something, I'm like, oh, I'll read half the article, and then I'm like, oh, but what about that other search that I saw? Let me click on this other link. And it's like, oh, what if I saw? And so then I don't finish out reading the information I currently have because there's so much other information for me to look at. It's like it's overload.
I think I read somewhere there's like 40% of an article is what people read.
Yeah.
I just scan the headlines because I kind of know what's coming next. But, but it is. So I mean, there's a lot of things
that get in the way.
Yeah. And Lauren had a teacher. She was a fantastic teacher. But it was when she was in, I want to say 4th grade, maybe 3rd, but I think it was 4th. Yeah. And she was really good, but she'd interrupt what she was teaching with a story.
Oh, yes. And Lauren could not learn.
No. I mean, because, and I'm guessing Lauren wasn't the only one.
No, I'm
she has ADD, and I do too, and it's like, but to get back to what she was learning, it's
hard.
You can't.
Yeah, you're focused on the other thing.
Yeah, yeah, and so that's just. Yes. I mean,
and so there's so many things that get in the way of prolonging our own attention span. And honestly, since you brought it up, I think it's now officially ADHD, and then it's like what level hyper
there's
you
all
are.
This, yeah, but I do have ADD. Yes. I didn't know that until I was an adult. And I feel like people use this diagnosis as a crutch. I'm not saying it doesn't hinder. I absolutely know it doesn't. I watched it with Lauren. Yeah. And we've watched it with other.
I've watched it with other
she's open
people
about that. We can talk.
That I've been in a relationship. Like I know and I understand that their brain is different. Yeah. Absolutely. But then I see someone like you who has had it your whole life.
Yeah.
but you found a way to cope. You found a way to cope with it. You found a way to, I mean, you have a master's degree and kept a 4.0 through that entire degree. That means you found a way to focus.
I did.
That means you found a way to quiet your mind when you needed to write an essay on a typewriter?
Yeah.
Like insane stuff that we don't have to do now.
No.
You went to the library, and focused on reading, did all this stuff.
The library was a social place. I would write in my room. But anyway, but I know. I researched. You did. And I think what happened was this. When I was all through, elementary, junior high, high school, I'd sit there for 8 hours a day.
Yeah. And that's hard.
I did not do that well. And my grades reflected that. Yeah.
For sure, that's hard.
My parents were like, "Oh my gosh, what's she gonna do with her life?" But when I got to college, two things happened. One, once I got all those basics out the way, I focused on something that I was passionate about. Yeah, number two, I finally figured out, okay, this is my time. I'll do stuff in the morning. Don't ask me to study at night. Because I'm gone. Yeah. And I really worked at. I would, and I could push through the evenings when I needed to. Yes, but I was and then I set a time, you do this much, then you get to play.
Yeah, and have that break. Yes.
And so I spent my weekends playing because I would make sure I had every paper and everything done prior to Monday. Yeah. I'd have it done on Thursday night or Friday afternoon. So, but I learned that, and to this day, I know that my morning time for me is when I get up and I can just go. Yes. Blockbusters, and I can focus. Yeah. And after 3 o'clock, forget it. Yeah. Meetings. Yeah. Oh. Those are so difficult. Now I know why. But I didn't know I had ADD until Lauren was diagnosed. Right. And then it was like, those things. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's what it was. But I learned to focus, and again, I'm gonna say meditation changed my brain as well.
Meditation for sure. Yeah,
it helped me sleep at night. It helped me all kinds of stuff. But I think you have to find it, and they did have medication when I was growing up, apparently. But I didn't know it anyway, and it wasn't good from what I had heard.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't.
They were like, "Be thankful."
Yes. And this is not us saying don't take medication. No, you should. If
there's different ones that work for you,
and it helps. And I've seen it help people.
Right.
Absolutely.
But I think the other thing is that we've got to figure out what our distractions are. And I can remember when I waiting in the carpool lane for you and Lauren before I had a phone. It was just a nice, wonderful time for me. Yeah. And then I got a phone, even one that not a smartphone. I'm talking about a beep beep. When you're
because you gave me your old Razor. Oh,
and there was like 1 or 2 games I could play. Yeah. And I found myself doing that. I thought, oh, you're not using this time the way you used to, as a transitioning and as a quiet time, as a your time. And I had to fight that, starting way back then. With a phone that you couldn't really do much with.
Yeah, you played Snake or something.
So now I still have to fight it.
Yeah.
And so that's a distraction. Yeah. What else are distractions for us? That's what we have to find.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And set timers, that type of thing.
And I think, and it's so much about finding your own style of maintaining attention. And because I'm kind of that way, morning, early afternoon, sometimes for me can be like a good, but it's like, these are my times. Yeah. And again, nighttime, after 8 p.m., I can push through if I need to. And I did. I had all last summer when I was taking those classes and had trials, I would stay up until 11 midnight getting class done. Yeah. So I can if I need to. It's not my preference.
Right.
I don't do as well. But it's like, what's your style? Is writing while you're reading or listening, doing that, does that keep your attention better and focused, even on something you're not passionate about? Yeah. It's like finding what can get you into that focused state for whatever amount of time you can do.
What Lauren has done is with her studies, I know she would get the Audible book and they could give her, and she'd read it at the same time, and it was a double, and she could do that. Yes. That helped.
I get that.
Maintain that.
Yeah. See, meanwhile, I'm very kinesthetic, me writing out notes is
when
how
I see it, then I remember it. It's a visual. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's finding what works for you. And I think, again, how do you block out your distractions? Some people, you can now have a thing, you can brick your phone.
Yeah.
And if that, I mean, for me, I don't know how much that would work, but if you're somebody that really just grabs for it all the time, brick your phone. I know it works for some.
What do you mean?
Oh.
The heck? Brick your phone?
It means that that you basically just make your phone like not usable.
Do not disturb. No, more than that.
Even more than do not disturb.
Even more than that.
Because it's like a device where you put it by your phone, and like your phone is inactive. Like you can't, and then you set it for a certain amount of time or whatever, and it's like, no, your phone like won't even like turn off.
Oh, you have to show me how to do that because that would be helpful to me, I think.
Yeah, I think there's like a device that does that. And so you do that. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I do
it's
love
like
the
you
do
pick it up
not,
and
the
it
do
doesn't
not
even do
disturb
anything.
is good too.
Yeah.
I love
That
that.
helps.
I like that feature.
And I think this, you know, maybe you need to be maybe a certain environment is better for you to focus than others, you know?
Yeah.
Or then maybe, you know, taking breaks, having these goals of how long.
I think that too is a big thing because people think they have to breaks aren't good, but you know, I can remember you and Dad would work on your math forever, and I would just wait for it going.
But our brains can do it. Like I can do that.
Yeah. And Lauren was like 10 minutes in and need a break. I need a break.
Yes.
We all need, you know, but I have to
Agreed.
schedule and do that too.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't think that's because like we've talked about meditation. How do you grow your meditation practice? Set these timers. Like you don't need to start with 10 minutes. You can start with 5. You know, whatever it is to push just a little bit, you know, and then it'll grow with time. For sure. But I really think.
And I think also understanding that if you're a manager of people and you hold a meeting, people don't have attention spans for an hour meeting.
God, no.
You know, it can be done in 30 minutes and save the stories. If people need to hang around and talk and chat after, let them do that. Or before. But, you know, when you get off track, I guarantee you've lost me. Because it's like, that wasn't on our topic, and now I have to listen to that too, and it doesn't concern me. And, you know, I mean, so, and for all the preachers out there, I read somewhere 15 minutes and you lose them.
Yeah.
Actually 10, but 15 minutes, you're pushing it.
Yeah, no, I see that.
You can watch, you're up there in the choir tonight. You watch the congregation.
Oh, I do. It's so funny.
And you know, okay, so this is, with ADD, if I have my eyes open, I am so distracted. Yes. So sometimes people may think I'm sleeping, but I'll close my eyes just to hear, just so I can listen more attentively.
Yes. And that's kind of a changing your environment. It's like you're getting rid of the distractions that are too much, you know?
Yeah, try that in the class. That won't work very well.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
So, like, when it comes to our attention spans and, like, our own personal growth, too, I think attention span can help you in... We've been talking a lot about school, work, like, those sorts of... But, like, I think attention spans can help in your personal life, too. I think it can be really frustrating when you're with somebody and, let's say, you schedule lunch or you have this coffee time... And they feel like they've got to touch their phone every 5 minutes. You know? I feel like that.
Hide your phone.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for something that's so important, get some. They have enough smartwatches out there you can figure out and hook it up.
Yeah.
But that is, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so you have to check that all the time? Like you can't keep your attention on
on. Yeah. Yeah. That's a.
Yeah. And so I think like.
Put it away off the table.
Yeah. It's not just for, being productive. I think attention spans are for like your own.
Oh yeah. Interactions with people. Yeah. Definitely. Mm-hmm. And, this is interesting. Children under 12 have attention spans of 4 to 6 minutes per year of age.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Our average attention span is 47.
47
so what
seconds.
happens is they don't have this. Well, some of them do.
Well, some of them.
Yeah, but they haven't gotten into that yet.
And that's why they say keep phones away for as long as possible, because that's the problem, and that's my biggest worry is
the creativity involved.
Ever use it, but it's like they take away the kid's natural ability to focus on a task. And it's so important for them to be able to struggle through something, struggle through a puzzle, struggle through a game, struggle through drawing, struggle through building, whatever it is, keep your attention on it. It is so important for them versus change, like screen, they'll change something because they're not being stimulated enough. They'll change something every minute. And it's like, that's not
And that's a fake. We talked about it before, that dopamine that you get from that. And all those apps are set toward that.
Yes. And so, I mean, they say 4 to 6 minutes now. What's that? If this is the pattern that
I was absolutely stunned by that.
I know.
That Charles has a better attention span than I do. What the heck? I mean, I was like...
You're right, because he technically should be anywhere from 12 to 18 minutes, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Right.
And you can't, because I have ADD, I can't use it as an excuse.
No.
Now then, I did read that when you tell me something, if you want me to remember it, look me in the eye and say it twice. Make sure I'm looking at you.
That's good.
How many times has Dad told me he's leaving town? Then I'll go.
Oh, you have no clue.
I don't know where he's going. I don't know. And he's told me.
Yes.
But, because I'm like, Yeah, but because ADD, it's not that you don't have attention; it's that you pay attention to everything.
It's over attention. Yes.
Yeah.
That is.
So it's not like we,
no,
ignore
but
the world.
To everything, and your brain can only
hold
so much.
But I see everything, and that's why I have to close my eyes when I want to really listen to something sometimes. And, hear. Yeah, and sometimes after I read something, I have to just sit, put it down, and just think about what I read.
Yeah. So I think it's like, if we can just like challenge ourselves, last a little longer.
Yes.
Maybe when you're waiting in line, don't grab your phone.
Right.
Experience that for a little bit.
Experience what it is without it. Look at your cringing at the thought of
you do.
You read a lot on your phone.
I do read a lot.
It's not social media stuff, but you read, you use it. I can't. Yeah,
but it's like, but if I'm waiting in line, okay.
But what if I just sit?
Can I stay in this?
Can I stay? Next time you're sitting in your car waiting on something or waiting in line for something, try just either looking around at people and observing.
Yeah.
Or if you need a prayer, do a prayer or just a mantra, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm still working on my mantra. Seeing people, looking at people instead of past people.
Yes.
And I'm working on that.
Working on it.
Yeah. But find something and just sit with that versus the phone. I know I'm trying to debate. I'm looking right now what I can think. I'm thinking right now about what I can do with my phone to distance it a little bit.
Distance a little more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is very difficult.
Yes.
Very difficult. But I think in the end it'll be beneficial. And I think it's something that luckily, Gen Z is very aware of. And I think hopefully that's something then later with younger, it's like, hopefully it'll be a new trend. Oh, I'm going to school, I don't have my phone. Oh, I'm going, it'll just be part of the culture eventually. Yeah. And then hopefully, then we can have better attention spans because you benefit so much by being able to learn that way,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I think life is a little less frustrating.
It is.
It is.
If I can bring myself back in.
Yes.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. But so that's our thoughts. And
it's
hopefully, you maybe start to learn ways that work for you.
It's very individualized.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Definitely.
So, and I'm looking forward to coming weeks. I think we've got an interview coming up. And then you talked about maybe find somebody with for the financial. There was an interesting article about people actually getting a consultant to figure out how they can get points and use their credit cards and stuff. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got some fun topics coming up. And if you have any, please let us know.
For sure.
We'd
love to hear.
Yes. Find us on the socials.
All the socials. For sure.
Right. So we look forward to next week when we take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.